Well, hello boys and girls, welcome to the quick Rusty Scale broadcast. Actually, I just have a break and actually I wanted to work on my Blenheim, my 172 scale model of the Blenheim. In fact, there's a lovely little group build going on Twitter, the BlenheimGB. Written BlenheimGB, hashtag BlenheimGB. You should absolutely go over, head over to Twitter and check it out. It's very cool. It's we are all building the AIRFIX Blenheim. I don't know if there are any other models of other manufacturers with the Blenheim kit. Are there? I guess so. I haven't seen it. So if you have some other examples of other manufacturers of plastic model kits which are producing the Blenheim and it's not from AIRFIX, please let me know. I would like to see it. And that brings me to the topic of this short broadcast. It's about the manufacturers. So I'm a Swiss guy. As everybody knows, like, Swiss is trying to stay neutral. They don't know exactly what kind of neutrality they are talking about because there are several different definitions of neutrality.
Krieg ist scheiße, weil Menschen sterben.
But anyway, I'm a neutral guy and I just realized that, you know, sometimes people tend to glorify the scale model manufacturer which are based in their country, you know, like many German scale modelers, they're really into REVELL, or most of the British scale modelers, they're absolutely fond of AIRFIX, or like maybe Italian scale modelers, they tend to prefer ITALERI kits, and or like TAMIYA, okay, the Japanese are surely fond of TAMIYA, but I don't know really, but it's like TAMIYA, everybody loves TAMIYA, right? Except that one guy. There's one YouTuber which says he is not liking TAMIYA. That just caused quite a reaction in the scene or in the net. And yeah, he says they are too expensive, okay, and they are too easy. What? They are too easy to build, so he don't likes it. He likes a little challenge. Okay, why not? Maybe same as the Italian scale modelers which are building ITALERI kits, because many people are, you know, demonizing ITALERI kits. I mean, they're saying they're, you know, or like British modelers, they love AIRFIX, but all REVELL kits are completely shit. Like ITALERI, everybody seems to hate ITALERI, but I regularly, maybe not the armor guys. I see a lot of armor builds with ITALERI kits, but aircraft-wise, many people are avoiding them. Just in general. I mean, I just had a very challenging ITALERI build myself. The Spitfire, you can check it out here in the videos. And you know, I mean, it almost made me not give up. I'm not quitting on a kit. I'm not quitting on scale modeling, but you know, it made me want to stop posting or sharing my build and my steps in the build, because it really was a struggle. It was a real struggle. But that does not mean that all ITALERI kits are like this, or it also does not mean that that is a bad thing. You know, you can get spoiled easily, because if you only buy the very latest kits, which have a perfect fit and you don't have to adjust a lot, or you don't have to do a lot during the build itself, you maybe get a bit spoiled and think like scale modeling is painting actually, and weathering. It's not only painting and weathering, okay? And I also like the challenge of a build with a not that perfect fit. It's nice if you can achieve a great result anyways, you know, no matter if it's a very good or maybe a more challenging kit. But it's not the manufacturer, okay? Some companies just, you know, they buy old injection moldings from other companies and sell them as their own kits. So maybe this ITALERI kit or this REVELL kit or this AIRFIX kit which has a bad fit is not even actually an AIRFIX kit or a REVELL or an ITALERI. It's maybe an old monogram or something like that. I want to bring in and maybe offend some people, but it's just it's my opinion. My opinion is that actually there are no bad kits. There is no such thing as a bad kit. It's just challenging or more challenging or less challenging maybe. Maybe there are impatient and uninspired scale modelers. I don't think that you can blame it on the kit. Of course, I cursed a lot of my kits during the build, but actually I'm cursing on myself and not on the kit. I'm just transforming the anger of my skill gap onto the model. But actually it's me who is building the model. So it can't be the model, okay? It can't be. There are many different examples of more challenging and less challenging kits from the same manufacturer. For instance, as I had this Eduard 172 scale Bf110, the Adler, which is the perfect kit. It's building itself. It's a joy. It's a pure joy. But what I heard from the same manufacturer, the Bf110 in 148, is an absolute nightmare. No one recommends that. Everybody hates it. But that's more like you have to be aware. You have to be aware that once you start that kit, that certain kit, and it is challenging, you have to accept the challenge. Otherwise, do something else. Build something else. Something that you know everybody says is easy as and if you don't know what, just pick any Tamiya, because Tamiya seems to be so easy that it gets kind of boring. Now here I got something that I just picked out randomly out of my stash. I know there are thousands other examples, and maybe they go in another direction and everything, but that's just what I picked out at the moment, something I have here. I have this AIRFIX Top Gun Super Hornet 172. It's a rebox. I know it's not a brand new kit, but it's like new on the market with this box, okay? You have this. And then I got this very old 172 REVELL FA18E Super Hornet. Now I compared the two kits because I was curious, and I want to show you something. Okay, first the AIRFIX one. That's the body, the lower body of the fuselage. You see the amount of details. Here are the wings. You see the amount of details. Or no, you don't see it because there are none. Almost. Now the REVELL one. Now the REVELL one. Lower part of the body, the fuselage. You see the amount of details down here? You see that? And also these parts here. Look, look. There's so many moldings here. Look at this. The upper part. Upper surface of the fuselage. The whole body. See, it's full of panel lines. And now you want to tell me that, I mean, if you only see this as an example, that's just an example, how easily someone can get an opinion. You would say that, hey man, REVELL is much better than AIRFIX because I compared these two kits. It's much more detailed. It has so many nice moldings and panel lines. You know, the plastic is much better. It's thinner. It's smoother. The AIRFIX one looks kind of rough, and the surfaces they have, I don't know, the surfaces are not like plain. There's little, I don't know, you see small shadows and stuff. And I mean, if you just compare these two ones, or the AIRFIX one for a non-connoisseur thinks that, hey, this is a new kit, this has the Top Gun logo on it, this is Top Gun's Maverick, so this must be the better one, it's the new one. And this old REVELL kit, are you kidding me? So you could easily have the opinion REVELL is much better than AIRFIX. AIRFIX is a ripoff, man. And if you take another example, it will be the opposite. A lot of people preferring the manufacturer from their own country or a country close by. And for other reasons, maybe, historical reasons, I don't know, political reasons, they mistrust a manufacturer from another country, from a certain country. And I think you have to be also aware that maybe you could see it from another angle, that there are no bad kits, there are challenging kits and less challenging kits, and there is patience or less patience. You know, there is talent or less talent, but don't blame it on the manufacturer. Don't blame something which is inside of you and transport it on something else, on a certain manufacturer, on a certain object like a kit. It's you, man.